apologies if I have to stop for a sec to just make sure my dog's okay because she's on her own downstairs. Should be fine. Don't worry, should be fine. Just make sure I look okay. No. I'll just go in. Hello everyone, and welcome to another ramen talk. This is, what number is this? 16. Ugh, that's disgusting, isn't it? We're going to be trying these noodles. Cocker signature. Spicy Singapore fried noodles. Are you supposed to try them? Oh no, these ones. Oh, obviously they're Singapore style noodles. I think they're made in... Oh yeah, okay, so Singapore. It's from Singapore. Okay, so, they smell incredibly spicy, so I have brought a bottle of water, just in case I die. So, yeah, and this is what they look like. It didn't say to reserve any broth, but they were very dry, so I thought, you know, I'm just going to put a bit in. Not loads, just a slosh, just to wet them up a bit. And they actually told me to do something I've never actually done before with ramen. So put the noodles into the water, standard. Then what you do is mix the seasoning powder and the oil sachet you get together on a plate while the noodles are cooking. Obviously you dry the noodles, and then you put the noodles on a plate and then mix the noodles with the seasoning. So the oil and the seasoning packet mix together to form like a paste. And that's what you get. You get this. I didn't put a green onion in this because I wasn't sure where it would go, but, you know, you probably would have. But let's give them a taste. I don't know what the flavour's supposed to be. They smell spicy. And they're very orange. But let's give them a taste. Not stuck together as usual. Oh wow, that sauce is amazing. I was correct though, it is spicy, so... not spicy in the sense that I'm dying, not like Samyang spicy, but I can beat it also. Right, so... Lovely. Recommend. Right, so for this week's ramen talk, I have introduced 2 new topics. So obviously we've got the K-pop group discussion segment. We're also going to do the K-pop dance move segment and the underrated K-pop segment. So for the dance one, I'm going to pick a dance move which I think is underratedly hard. Like ridiculous dance moves, really, really intricate dance moves that are like, what? And then also the underrated K-pop song is a song I think should have a rolling effect. And what I mean by that is, I think it deserves to be a lot highly praised than it does. Like Rolling, for example. Nose running. Was not like, it was well received when it first came out, but didn't go anywhere. There was no traction, and then a few years later, it got traction. So I think it deserves. That's what I'm saying. It deserves to have that kind of traction. And also got other things. Right. So I think we're going to start off with Queendom 2. I will be talking about this a lot because it's on right now. Now, obviously, Queendom 2 is well underway, and, well, actually well underway. I feel like it's had a long one episode, possibly 2, but already we have seen evidence of evil editing. So, what was it again? People, before it started, naturally assumed that because she's been victim of it before, that Sin from Vivizy would be a victim of evil editing. And they were correct, because it's already happened. So, it happened between Sin and Yoram from Cosmic Girls, or WJSN, or which is one of them. My door's just slightly opened, and I don't know whether that's the dog or the wind or something that's freaking me out. You are scaring me! Dog. One moment. I can hear the sniffle. Okay. You just sit there while I'm doing it. And we've now got a visitor. Do you want to just... There we go. Right, she's there. Stay and sit. Right, so, anyway, what was I saying? So, after the teams have taken their seats, I'm reading from an article here, it is true, but don't hold that against me. Sin calling over to Cosmic Girls is Yoram. As Sin said, "Excuse me, Yoram." Mnet edited it so it seemed dramatic when Yoram and the other members looked at the VZ members. Sin then explained, "Aren't we your seniors? Please hurry and tell your members that." From the camera angles and their reactions, it seemed like Mnet wanted Sin to look like she was being rude or trying to intimidate their junior artists. And this is because G-Friend debuted before Cosmic Girls, but VVZ didn't. So technically, in the terms of groups, Cosmic Girls are VVZ's pseudonyms. However, the VVZ members are seniors to Cosmic Girl members. So despite the idol showcasing that she didn't care about it, and with netizens joking that Sin even tried to create drama, others explained that it seemed typical of Mnet to try and find a villain and make it seem worse. And even Yoram herself has said that this is evil editing. The producers have actually said that they didn't intentionally edit it this way, okay, but more to make the show fun for the viewers, which So Yara has said, she said her relationship with Sim is not like what was seen on Queendom 2, and continued to say that she didn't know why she looked that surprised. Yara went on to share that Sim thought about the situation, explained that Sim thought it was funny and wasn't worth putting out an explanation because the friendship between Sim and Cosmic Girls is so well known. Yara also explained that when she said she felt like fainting, she said she felt like that when Hyolyn appeared and wasn't aware that her slang was used in that way to make it seem like Sim had upset her. So actually they used a part of the video that wasn't even to do with that situation to make it seem like Yara was even more upset than she was. So, I really want to talk about this real quick because like it's such an old deal. I want to give my thoughts on the Will Smith slap. So if you weren't aware, because you've either been living under a rock or something, the Grammys were like last week, and Will Smith decided to react to a joke from Chris Rock by slapping him on stage. Now, I'm not a huge fan of practical jokes at all. If I'm the butt of jokes, I really do take it personally. Having said that, I do feel like people need to learn to take a joke, and at the end of the day, he's a comedian. At the end of the day, he should not have made a joke at her expense on national TV. However, I don't understand what the situation was, because you see one moment Will laughing at the joke, Jada not really she's not she looked angry, but she's not happy with what he said, and then all of a sudden Will slaps him. First of all, do not cause a scene like that on national television. You have just expressed violence, and as someone from a minority group, you have shown that violence is okay to be used, and it's just not. So, secondly, I saw that in a video a couple of days before the Grammys, Jada was seen very explicitly saying she does not care what people say about her alopecia. Was that a lie then? So it's just the whole situation is kind of okay, because a lot of people saying it was faked and staged, and you can 100% see how that could be possible. I don't think it is, because so many things don't make sense or add up. And to be honest, people are getting really bored of the Grammys anyway. So, was it the Grammys? Was it the Grammys? It wasn't the Grammys, was it? No, it wasn't the Grammys. What was it? Oscars. Was it the Oscars? It was the Oscars, wasn't it? And now he's resigned from the acting thing. I don't know what you call it. And I feel like that was not needed, because he would be obviously heavily criticised, heavily penalised by the Oscar people. But I feel like people do a lot worse get kicked out of that. So. Anyway, bottom line is Chris Rock shouldn't have said that joke, and Will Smith certainly shouldn't have slapped him. End of discussion. Does not need to be headline news for 3 weeks. So, well. And then obviously the Grammys were this week, I think. Well, they were recently, and I'm really, I'm trying not to be petty here. I couldn't give two tosses whether BTS won or not. If they won, good for them, they deserve it. If they didn't win, they have achieved so much, so they shouldn't feel bad about it. I'm just really, I'm kind of glad they didn't win, so the armies can be. I hate armies, and this is a big punch in the face to them. So, don't come to me in the comments. You brought it on yourself. The main thing I want to talk about with the Grammys is that V was caught smoking. BTS V was caught smoking. Now, my stance on smoking is that it is a very dangerous habit that you should not be doing, regardless of how long you've been doing it. You should want to take action to stop. However, I also know that people have their own free will and that they can do whatever the hell they like. And if he's a grown man, he should be able to do whatever the hell he wants. However, he is an idol in the public eye. He either needs to stop smoking, or he needs to take more care to not be photographed smoking. And I've said this about other idols. I'm not angry that he's smoking. You can smoke. I'm not going to judge him from smoking. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I don't agree with smoking at all. But I'm not going to judge you for smoking. However, if you're in the public eye with a lot, especially BTS, impressionable young people. I'm going to talk about something really important. And you're licking your feet.
Hey, stop it!
Stop it. With a lot of impressionable young people looking up to you, you cannot be seen doing things like that, because you are so going to heavily influence them to perhaps start, and that's just not right in my opinion. So, and also, I'm sorry, yet again, smoke if you want, I don't care. If I was a singer, I would do so much to care for my voice, because it's so precious, it's your livelihood, it's your income. How can someone with an amazing voice like V do that to their voice? It doesn't make sense to me. You're potentially ruining your voice. And I know that some people make smoking make some people have a raspy voice. But in order for your voice to be healthy and fully functioning and on top of your game, I don't think you should be smoking. That's just my opinion. Which I'm allowed to have. Look, he's gotten closer to me, look, because Can you see? Okay, her head's here. Because I've got food and she wants it. Hive have revealed the name of their new group, their new girl group. And it is called Sserafim, which is an anagram of I'm fearless. I'm not sure what that means. I swear like it means like the angels or something like that. I don't know. But so Sserafim is an anagram of I'm fearless, and it does mean something in language, and I can't believe I can't find it either. Obviously Kepler, when it was first announced, everyone went, what? Kepler, what does that mean? And obviously this one, Sserafim. I know you want to be out there and like different, but like, why is there now a hurricane outside? Just doesn't make sense to me. And this week, I would like to talk about Kepler. So Kepler is a group that was formed from the reality TV series survival show Girls Planet 999, which aired last year, and they debuted officially in January this year with the album First Impact on. The main reason I wanted to talk about Kepler as a group for the discussion is, first of all, the hell is the name? Now, I'm fairly certain that the name means like planet or something. So the name combines Kep, which means catching dreams, and the number 1, which means the 9 girls coming together as one to be the best. It's also a reference to the planet Kepler, the Kepler Space Telescope, and inspired by German astronomer Johannes Kepler. Now, I don't know what you're doing, Sades, but you can't... Come back up. Come on. You can't sit down here. You can't sit down here. She's lying down on the floor here. Literally right there. I don't know how she's fit. Anyway, obviously they're on Queendom 2 right now. Honestly, I'd be really annoyed if I was them, because like we've just come out of a reality show and now we're getting put back into one. No. But I would like to... Christ, I'll just stop. I don't like Kepler because of one member's gross mistreatment, and we all know who that is. Winning Bahia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. So, Gwenning Bahia is obviously the little sister, I would say, unfortunately, most well known for being the little sister of Gwenning Kai, and also Gwenning Leah, I think, who was a different girl back in the day, and obviously Gwenning Kai's from TXT. She's probably spent her entire life overshadowed by the fact that she's the little sister of this celebrity family. And right from the get-go, Girl Planet 999, she was heavily criticised for the fact that she was only really popular because of her brother, despite the fact that she'd shown a vast amount of talent. And then pretty much since getting through to the final lineup of Kepler, she's just been battered, absolutely battered with netizen hate. And honestly, obviously I don't know them, I don't interact with them on a daily basis, I don't even follow them, I don't stand them or anything, so I can't say for sure, but from what I have seen, the little I have seen, it seems like the members aren't really that supportive of her either. Eugene might be because she's the leader. Again, I don't know because I've not studied this, but this is just my opinion based on what I've seen. Bahia just does not get the same treatment as all the members, and it's really upsetting, particularly noticeable. Okay, Sades. It's particularly... Do not move.
Nobody move a muscle.
Because you will destroy the camera. It's particularly noticeable in the recent fan sign that they had. Actually, it wasn't recently, was it? In January or something. So they're all there, all having a great time. Bahia did not get any gifts. And you know, I was like the idols, like, take photos and play with the gifts and like do whatever, yeah. And she was just kind of just sitting there on her own without no gifts or anything. And you'd want to think, maybe the members will like play with her with their gifts or like comfort her. No, they didn't do any of that. They just left her sitting there. Which really upset me because like no one deserves to be treated like that. I really don't understand what she's done to be this heavily criticised. I really don't. What, she's just Kai's young sister, yeah, and she's her own person. And it also is really evident in the lack of lines that she has in What I've Done. Now, again, it's difficult to make your line distribution even, especially in groups got 9 members. You probably won't get them to have, like, 20-30 seconds lines. You'll probably end up with, like, 15 at most if you want. But the line distribution is very uneven. If we look at this pie chart I've just found, we've got the highest lines go to Daeyeon and Chaehyun and Yesar, who have 15.9%, 15.6% and 30.4% respectively. Yujin's got 10.2, Mishiro's got 10.4, Hakiru's got 9.7, Yonggun's got 10.6% of the lines, Xiaoting's got 8.4% of the line, and then Bahia has 5.8%, which is not that different compared to like someone like Xiaoting, but compared to the rest of them, it is. And fans are just really sick of the lack of screen time, lack of lines, lack of appreciation for this woman who has amazing talent and abilities, who just gets kicked to the curb every opportunity. So, I'm going to be supporting her. What are her fans called? I can't remember what it's called. I feel like they're called like Queendom Bahia Lights or something like that. I'm one of them because I cannot stand watching her be mistreated anymore. So, I don't stand Kepler. I stand Queendom Bahia. How do you say your name? Oh, what's that? Anyway, so that's enough negativity about Kepler. I'm sure the rest of the girls are lovely. K-pop dance move, underrated dance move. And actually, this week, the K-pop dance underrated dance move and the K-pop underrated song are the same. So, the underrated song that I would like to promote this week was released last year by a group called Bling Bling. Rookie girl group. They've only done like 2 songs, I believe. I'm waiting for them to come back because I really like them. Last year they released a song called Oh Mama. Have you finished licking your lips? And I bloody love that song. It was received well, but it did not get the traction it deserved, I think. The song is so upbeat, the dance is incredible, and they just perform it so well, and I really, really love it. Love the song. Now, the underrated move in that song is this one. That one. So what they do is, in the dance, throughout the dance, they do this move where they have their 2 fists like that, and then they do that, then that. See, I'm doing it wrong already. That, then that, then that. But they do it so fast, and I cannot understand how they do it. This is the move I'm on about. As you can see, they're like, oh mama, oh mama, I can't do it. Oh mama. It's easier on one hand. Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama. That's what it is. Try doing that really fast, because it's like a lot faster than that. And then they do it with 2 hands, and this is what it looks like if I try and do it fast. I can't do it. How do you do that? How do you do that? It's impossible. Yes, they probably practiced for weeks on end. Yes, they're experienced, trained dancers. Still, how do you do that with perfection, like doing that and then that and then that and then that? How do you do that? Because I get the feeling that like proper dancers would have trouble doing that. How do you do that? It's so incredibly difficult. Now, obviously, I wouldn't know because I'm not a dancer and I've never tried to do the dance. But I've pretty much from the first time I saw them perform it, I was flabbergasted because I tried to do it right then and there. That's just that one move, and I couldn't. And I tried to do it to show you for this video, and I still couldn't do it. So I'm just like really pissed. Don't get it. Anyway, so I think you should please check out Oh Mama by Bling Bling, and do let me know if you're able to do the dance move because I don't think you can. Come back to upcoming comebacks. We've got, I don't know where we started from. We'll go from the middle of March-ish. Right, so we have in middle of March, Brave Girls come back with their 6th album, Thank You. Also, G-Idol released their first album, I Never Die With Tomboy. Moonbin and Sally came back with their 2nd mini album, Refuge. Nues did their final best album, Needle and Bubble. Keyhood debuted with a single, Voyager, from Monster X. Solar came back with her first mini album, Face, with the title Honey. Absolutely love that song. Ray released their 4th mini album, Love Part 1, First Love 2. My screen has just reloaded for some reason. Are you going to finish? Because it's like getting on my nerves a bit. Okay. Way released their 4th mini album, Love Part 1, First Love, titled Too Bad. Twice released their 4th best album in Japan. TV executed the first mini album in Japan first. The 8 did from 17 did his 4th Chinese single album. Stray Kids came back with Ordinary. Obviously, that will have been released already on my channel. So, Red Velvet came back with their mini album Red Velvet, The Reverb Festival. How you say that? 2022 with Film Rhythm. I mean, it's a good song, but it was just not for me. It was really underwhelming. I didn't like it. Highlight came back with their first full album Daydream. Gravity came back with their first full album Part 2, Liberty in Cosmos. 21419 did a single album again. Edelweiss. Mamamoo released their best album they released last year in Japan, and Very Very had a comeback. Round O, whatever that means. D Crunch had a comeback with their 3rd single album Addiction. Majors came back with their 4th single album The End of Chaos. Oh My God released the 2nd full album Real Love. I don't like the song Real Love at all. However, I do like a B track on their album called Drip. That's a great song. NCT Dream released their 2nd full album Glitch Mode with the title Glitch Mode. Pearl Kids came back with their 3rd mini album Memi with the title of the same name. Love the song. I love the B-side, Pretty Psycho. That's a great B. That is such a great B-side. And also, oh my gosh. Can you pick where you want to go, please? It's here everywhere now. Right, okay. 6 came back with their first album in Japan. A group called Nine debuted. Oh My God released the Japanese best album. Bay 173 released their 3rd mini album with the title Jewels. Jackson Wang came back with a digital single Blow, and on the same day, Yeogyam came back with a digital single Take You Down. Kingdom also came back with the 4th mini album History of Kingdom Part 4, Dan. And then we're moving into Avril. So in April, go away. Nothing really happened until 4th when Quan Unbi came back. This was like Monday with her single album Glitch. No, not single album. Sorry. Her EP Colour with the title Glitch. Illy Mon debuted. Suho came back because he's out of the country now with his second album Grey Suit. And then yesterday, Big Bang released a song. Still Life, not a fan of it. Ivy came back with their second single album, Love Dive. Absolutely love that song. Today, when I'm filming this, ITZY will release their Japanese album Voltage, even though the song's already out. Red Velvet will release their first full album in Japan, Bloom, with the title Wild Side, even though that's already out. And then upcoming comebacks, we've got tomorrow, Ghost 9 will release their mini album Arcade V. Mark Twain's releasing a song called Save Me. Choa's making her debut, a single album. Epex are releasing their third EP album called Prelude, Anxiety Chapter 1. What happened to just naming albums with one word? Here we go. Onu from SHINee is releasing his second mini album called Dice. There we go, Dice. How lovely, Dice. Epex's third EP album is called Prelude of Anxiety Chapter 1, 21st Century Boys. I can't fit all that. Right, anyway, DKZ, formerly called Donkeys, are releasing their sixth single album, Chase Episode 2. Why are there so many episodes? Maun, Cupid is the title track for that. Dreamcatcher will release their second full album, Apocalypse, Save Us. Looking forward to that. Nissy U's coming back. Just Beast will be the second mini album, Just Begun. 17 are releasing their first English digital single on the 15th. Apink are releasing an 11th anniversary single. I was unaware of this. And then Brand New Music's new boy group is debuting on the 20th of April called Unite. And who else have we got? Obviously, we've got Jessie's coming back soon. We've got Ning Ning and Winter from Esper. 17 is actually making a comeback in May, I believe. One is coming back soon. Obviously, Sserafim's going to debut soon. Laboom's coming back soon. Drippin's coming back soon. There we go. And that, my friends, is the 16th ramen talk. This is a lot longer than all the other ramen talks because of how much we had to talk about. Let me just finish me through it. They're extremely cold and extremely dry. But you know what it's like. Look at it, actually. I'm finished. Yes, I have licked the bowl because I'm that person. Okay, I'm gonna go now. God, this is gonna take me, I just read it. You know, when I lick the bowl just, I got like a globule of like pure sauce and it was just so spicy. Anyway, so, highly recommend these. Very delicious, very nice. I think it would be very nice to add things to this. It didn't come with this like a seasoning or like a dry bits packet. It didn't come with that. So recommend them. I'm gonna go now because I'm about to unbox an album. So thanks very much for watching. My lips don't look that actually. I do, but my lips don't look that. Bye.